PTM version 1.0 was released on February 26, 2019 for the ZX Spectrum. Released by Ultra Narwhal with additional code by Alan Turvey and music by Shiru. According to the developer, this is a remake of a ZX Spectrum game called License to Kill. However, after looking at both License to Kill and this game really has its own thing going on. Yes, they both involve super spies shooting things, but that's kind of where the similarity stops. Agent 98 is 1 day from retirement, thus revoking his permit to murder. Who should show up in this small time frame? None other than his arch nemesis and major crime boss, Leche Lacto. Agent, take down Lacto's drug and money laundering empire and enjoy your well-earned retirement. Good luck. Because I am who I am, I decided to first play this on my 486, and yes, it does work perfectly fine there. Although it doesn't play the sound effects because it's emulating the 48K version, and it doesn't have the special music that the 128K version has. So for this review, I'm going to play on the Specky emulator because that has music. The game starts off by giving you a choice of control options. You can pick between 2 different joysticks and the keyboard. Can I just ask you British people a question? Why on earth would you choose controls like this for a keyboard? QAOP is not a good keyboard control scheme. You have to use both hands to do anything, and then I find myself always pushing the wrong button because it just doesn't feel intuitive. I gave this control scheme a really good faith effort, but I just can't get used to it. I mean, they could use WASD, IJKL, or something like that. Any other scheme would probably work better, but I guess this is just what it is. The Spectrum uses QAOP. That's what people used back then, and I guess I just have to get used to it. Rant over. The game has this wonderful song playing on loop called Time Up by Shiru. Shiru has also an amazing album released for the PC speaker, and not very many people release albums for the PC speaker. I can only think of one other person, maybe 2 other people that have. And this music is some of the best PC speaker music I have ever heard. So if you're an avid PC speaker music fan like I am, go to his channel and listen to it. I'll leave a link in the description. Anyway, to the gameplay. When you start, it looks a little bit like Operation Wolf. You basically move this cursor around the screen and shoot at stuff. The enemies shoot at you, and you have to shoot them before you're killed. In effect, this is not a very difficult stage of the game, but it is kind of fun. You just go move your cursor around and shoot all the bad guys. The graphics are pretty colorful enough, and Ultra Narwhal did a good job eliminating color clashing by using monochrome sprites. This is very playable, and it's very enjoyable to play this part of the game. After you defeat the enemies in the first-person view, you are thrown to a side-scrolling shooter where you have to collect drugs in the aquarium. Leche Lacto must really like pushing pills because these things are huge. Anyway, the game is really fun but also very challenging. The enemies are not very predictable, so it can be hard to judge when they will turn around. So the key is just be patient and wait for them to turn around and wait for yourself to have enough time to get in there and shoot them. Your gun has unlimited ammo, however you have to wait for it to reload in between shots, so don't shoot unless you are ready. Also, apparently, Agent 98 cannot shoot while in midair, so be careful with that. He can also take a bullet or 2, so if he gets shot, don't worry so much, just back up, shoot your enemies, and be careful. But he cannot touch the enemies. If you touch the enemies, you're pretty much instantly dead. After navigating the whole maze of the aquarium, the exit will open up and you can move on to the next level. Again, it is a first-person shooting gallery type level, and you rinse and repeat. You just shoot the bad guys and get on to the next level. The next level, you are playing on the boat. Now, let's see. The first level was aquarium, and then now you're on a boat. I see that you like water, Ultra Narwhal. Well, I guess that makes sense since a narwhal would like water. Then again, how would a narwhal play a game like this without any fingers? Maybe he just uses his horn. Instead of collecting drugs, now you're collecting money. Collect all the money you can find, and you even have to go diving to collect some. Because of the difficulty of the first level, I only got to this far one time, and I couldn't get this far again. So I have no idea if the levels go beyond past this level. Maybe. I'm going to play it in the future and find out, but right now I have to get this review out, so I'm just going to leave it there. So even though the ZX Spectrum is a pretty old machine, and I have personally no nostalgia for it, as I didn't even hear of it until 2010, I really do like the fact that they're still making games for it. I mean, it's one of the platforms out there that people make the most games for because I guess it's just really nostalgic for people who grew up with it. Just like I like to play MS-DOS games, people like to play ZX Spectrum games. And I can understand why. It's a fun system. There's a lot of good games for it, and this is one of them. So Angus, what did you think about the review? Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the review. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below, and see you in the next video.